7 July 2020, and today I want to give you a quick update on the 11 people that were killed in Mozambique during an ambush that was in the area of Mocimboa de Praia, and among them were 3 Zimbabweans, one who was confirmed dead, that is Oscar Gurure, and 2 who were missing, Pride, whose surname I do not know, and Ronald Mutetwa, who was missing, and he was confirmed to have escaped. So the 2 people that escaped have been found. So Pride and Ronald were found, and they were taken to hospital where they are at the moment. The 11 people that died, their bodies, the recovery teams were sent out to recover their bodies on the 2nd of July, and they were buried in Mozambique on the 3rd. So these bodies are not going to be taken out of Mozambique because the assessment was that the state of the bodies was such that they cannot take them to their families. So this is what information that I've got at the moment. So they were buried again, they were reburied in Mozambique on the 3rd. They were exhumed from the mass grave where the villagers had been forced to bury them, and they have been buried individually. The reason for that, as I said, is that the bodies were in a state that they could not take them to their families, and also because of the coronavirus. So with the current state of the coronavirus, it is not possible to move around bodies, because I'm sure that no one had tested to see if these bodies or these people were infected or not. My understanding is that there was 1 or 2 cases of coronavirus at the gas plant sometime earlier in June, and that's the reason why this decision was made. The Zimbabwe embassy or consulate in Beira and in Maputo assisted with identifying the family of Oscar. They helped to find these people's families, and the families have been notified. I also want to mention that the family of Oscar really did a good job of trying to get the body of Oscar. In fact, my understanding is that a car had been sent from South Africa to collect Oscar's body from Mocimboa de Praia, but they could not get there, obviously because of the lockdown and because the body has already been buried on the 3rd. So that is the current status. Everybody knows what happened. All the families have been notified, and I understand that there is now talks between the families and the companies which are involved, where these guys were working. I think the company is called Phoenix, where these guys were working to provide compensation for the death of Oscar. Very, very sad situation, but I want to give you an update on the security situation. I have a newspaper here called Business Day. So this is Business Day from the 6th of July. And you can see the story here. I'm sorry if you can't see it clearly. It says, soldiers guard Mozambican gas project from Islamists. And the information in this article is very, very important, because what they're saying is that the United States of America, South Africa, and other countries are going to be going into this project to provide further security. So I'm going to take a picture of this story and I will put it on gambakwe.com, just in case you don't find it on businessday.co.za. This story says, workers killed and nearby town attacked as jihadist insurgents besiege Total's development on the north coast. So they're saying that this project is 40 kilometers away and it's worth 23 billion, and it is going to employ 14,000 people. Out of these 14,000 people, 5,000 people are going to be Mozambicans, and the project is going to be generating $50 billion. I don't know, is it over a period of 25 years? So that means the project is estimated to provide almost double the profit. I don't know if this is 50 billion a year or 50 billion a month. Sorry, for the 25 years. I'm not sure if this is 50 billion for the whole project or for every year. They say the Mozambique economy is 15 billion worth, and they say that the Islamists who are attacking in Mozambique, in Mocimboa de Praia, took over the town last week for a period of 3 days. So what happens is, you remember last month we talked about this. These guys go into the town, they take it over, they stay there, they pray, and then they leave. So they took over this town for 3 days. This is what this story is saying. 1,300 people have so far died, and 220,000 people have been displaced. Right, this is since 3 years ago. This is in Mocimboa de Praia. And then there is a private company led by Colonel Lionel Dyke. He's a very popular colonel from Zimbabwe. He's been leading this project using his company, Dyke Advisory Group. And he's saying, this newspaper article is saying, this company has been struggling to stop these insurgents. So governments, including SA and USA and Portugal, have indicated willingness to help fight the insurgents. So you can see that this is a big project. There was not a lot happening in this area before this project came. And the coming in of this project is going to totally transform the economy in Mozambique. If they manage this properly, this is going to be a very good project for Mozambique. Unfortunately, these attacks, they are putting the companies under pressure to provide security, a lot of security. So around this project, there is a lot of soldiers, snipers, walking around the project. People cannot move around freely. And it also means that people cannot just do their businesses as they want. This is the danger of doing business in Africa, but I do not think there is any other gas deposits anywhere in the world as much as there is in Mozambique. You also remember that there was a big oil field that was discovered offshore in Mozambique. So Mozambique is becoming a big resource area. There's going to be a lot of resources in Mozambique, and this is going to bring about a lot of interested parties. And in this article, they also mentioned that ISIS has warned the foreign governments not to interfere in this area. So, as I said, I'll try to take a picture of this article, then I'll post it on gambakwe.com together with this article. You can check again and later on, and you'll find this story regarding the discovery of the 11 bodies and the reburial. If you look in there, you're going to find a picture of this story. So it is also on businessday.co.za. Right, that is the story that I've got. The bodies of the 11 people discovered. Oscar Gurure reburied in Mozambique. His body has not been taken to Zimbabwe, together with 11 people that were ambushed with him. 2 Zimbabweans found, Ronald Mtetwa and Pride. They are now in hospital. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this on WhatsApp, send it to as many people as possible. If you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook, please like, comment, and share.